All right, so it's been a bit, but here we are, and we're having, let's see, over on this side, we have August, Castile, and Mary have been making their way down here to Gallendale. So I'm just going to kind of move things over. I'll unpause the screen for everyone. We just kind of move you all down here. Castile's not here. Yep, and Alan's on his way down here as well.
Woohoo!
We're missing someone. Where's Mary? Did I put someone?
Right
Oh,
here.
someone on top. Where? Oh, okay, there she is. Phew. Now, from the hag camp, you were able to find some loot. So let's go take a look and see what we found there. All right, let's start off, and I'm gonna let y'all roll, but I'm just gonna kind of go down the list. August, roll for me 66.
Okay.
You just
Let's
got
see.
punched.
Set his life as the front line.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good number. All right, they must have been collecting some treasure for a while, cause yeah, that's 3,100 gold pieces. Um,
Whoa!
and whoever's keeping track of things, can keep track of things. All right, let's see who's next. Mary, roll me a D100, please. Ooh, 89.
I don't see any of the dice.
You don't see the dice.
No. Okay, I hear them, I just don't see them.
I'm just rolling. You know. Oh
Ugh.
man, wasted 20. Look at that. Okay, well, maybe refresh. Can everyone else see them?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
see
doing it
the
right now.
dice.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
see it just fine.
All
I
right,
see all
refresh
the
should fix it.
dice.
cool. 89.
I'll roll a test.
Yes, cool.
There we go. All fixed. Laptop needed to do its thing.
Okay, and also amongst the gold, we'll have Alan roll me 3d6, please.
Okay.
All right, there are 12 really valuable gems. Each of those gems are worth about 100 gold.
Any diamonds for
Uh,
Castile?
sure. Yeah.
Ooh, you should get some of those for resurrection purposes or revivify.
Yeah, we should save any of those for him.
Okay. Now go back to August. Give me a just 1d4.
Here comes.
3. Okay. Now I'm gonna roll these kind of privately, just because I'm not sure if either the hags will have the items I'm gonna roll, either the hag will have had it on them, or if it's gonna be hanging out here in their tent. So let me just roll private GM. Let's see. I don't think y'all will see this, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. So what is that? Okay, we'll say that this was not on them, but amongst the treasure, you do find a chain shirt made of adamantine.
Whoa!
Can't be hit by crits on with that. It's a chain shirt. Let's see, how many would you roll on that D4? Whoa,
3.
where'd Mary go? What's going on?
Eaten.
Oh, I may need to
Good point.
refresh.
I don't see her either.
She's on the
I'm
bottom of
right.
the map.
I'm right next to Ellen and August.
All right, let's find you. I'm refreshing.
I need to open up a notepad and start writing some of this stuff down. So while Charles does that, the gold that I
Oh, there you are. Okay.
found when split comes to 775 gold for all four of us.
Okay, I think this this thing is something they would have on them. So let me make one more roll. Oh, I guess I'm rolling publicly, aren't I? Oops, oh well.
I haven't been seeing it.
Yeah, that would be on them too. Okay. But yeah, they would not have that chain shirt made of adamantine on them. All right. So you make it to Gallendale, down to this little peninsula here, where they have like a whole kingdom's kind of set up, a city, Elven City. Some of it's in the forest, some of it's out of the forest on this coastal area here, and it's a big city. It's a big bustling city. When you make it here, you spot the large owl walking about, looking around, as if he's looking for someone as well, and there y'all are.
Oh, hey, Alan.
Oh, hey, how's it
Ooh.
going?
You know, town's burning to death. Not burning to death, sorry. Getting eaten by a fat worm, I think.
Well, all right.
We're here to talk to the ruler and see what their opinion on the whole situation is. What have you been up to?
I was entertained by some dwarfen king.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Knuckle home. See.
August, I'm gonna assume you're going to take the adamantium chain shirt because if
I'm
I
trying
wear
to see its description.
it's medium armor, so if I wear it, I can't fly.
Trying to find it. Is it chain mail or chain? There it is, shirt.
Yeah, and in your so it's normal stats for a chain shirt, but it also protects you from crits.
Yes, I'll add it to my inventory while I deliberate on to wear it or not.
Okay.
Can Owlin wear medium armor?
Ooh, good question. Outen.
Owl buddy, you there?
I'm here.
Can
You want the
you
chain shirt?
wear medium armor?
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll hold it on. I'll hold on to it, and maybe it'd be better on Castile
Yeah.
Oh
because
yeah,
I'm kind
that's
of I'm
a
kind
little
of front
bit.
line right now. I don't want
Yeah.
to sacrifice any AC.
Yeah, that's fair.
How do I add this to my inventory? I found it in the compendium packs under items SRD.
Let's see. You should be able to click and drag it to you then.
Oh, I had not tried that. Okay.
Yeah, click and drag it to you. See if that works.
Have we all added our money? And...
I don't know.
All right, that works. I'm asking the gang here.
I have now.
Very cool. I'm gonna send our cleric buddy. I'm gonna send Castile a message.
How many of those gems were diamonds?
Good question.
We can say all of them.
Oh shit.
Alright, that's a decent amount of revivifies. We can die a bunch, guys. It'll be great.
Until Castile dies and no one can do anything.
All right. So what are we doing here in the city, in Gallendale?
Let me finish this message,
sorry.
then
I guess
we'll
we're
deliberate.
seeking an audience with the queen?
Yes, that's our overall objective, to get her position on the whole political situation here and the village dying situation as well.
All right. Well, you're able to find the royal palace. It's not hard. It's not hard to find. You make it's almost as if you're sort of expected. You don't get a lot of trouble. Like you approach the town, the gate guard, they let you in, and you're escorted by some elven guards, through the outer areas of the palace. And a lot of it is outside. There's portions of that. It looks like she has an outside courtyard and an inside courtyard, but then it looks like they're leading you inside. And when you get inside, you see, very, similar setup. Some nobles meandering about, looking at each other, and they all look at you as the big doors open and y'all make your way in. And sitting in the throne, you see an elf woman who looks like so.
Got this, Mary.
And the one who's escorting you announces you, and then announces that, behold, Queen Peleus Gallon of Gallandale, and etc. And a bunch of titles following.
Before I start talking, I am going to take a quick look around and see if I can see the other queen who did the assassination attempt on the one dude.
The who?
Because the Queen Pelios is harboring the one who tried to kill the king of Lorandia, right? No, Ilnisdale.
The current king's sister, who was involved in the plot that killed their father.
Yeah,
Yes.
is hanging out in Gallandale.
That is
so I
correct.
just want to take a quick look around and see if I see her.
Okay. As you're making your way through the doors, before anyone starts speaking, you're looking around. You eye everyone as best you can, and yeah, you don't see her in here.
All right. Uh,
And she's like, "Welcome to my humble kingdom. It's an honor to receive such distinguished visitors. How long do we have the honor of your visit?"
uh, Glorious Queen. We are here for but a moment, but we are hoping to gain help for those in need.
We are
You know of
refugees.
us. You know of our reputation for protecting those who need help, and there are those who require help from both us and you.
Who are these people, and what sort of help do they require?
I tell her about the refugees from the destroyed town.
Or the town that actually has not been destroyed, right?
Yeah.
We evacuated it. I think you'll have working on evacuating it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Soon to be destroyed town.
She says,
Well, wouldn't we not want to preface it as like, yeah, they're all going to die soon? We were trying to preface it as like, yeah, can you handle just like an extended vacation of, the whole town worth of a population by chance?
So she listens to you, and whoever wants to can make either a persuasion roll, a deception roll, however you're framing the story. And if someone wants to give the help action, they can. So you can take advantage.
Or I'll help out.
Oh,
Whoa.
I would say
Got
I'm
in.
pretty damn persuasive.
yeah.
I think we all agree.
Yeah, you talk about the plight of these people, and in this particular time of year, this holiday season, it'd be terrible if they were eaten by a giant worm, and and yeah, you see like
sad.
you see almost like she quite quickly wipes something away from her eye, but there could have been a tear there for a second, and she says, I had no idea it was going to be that bad. Of course, my land is open to these poor people. Of course.
I give Mary a slight nudge and I whisper under my breath, you should give her a pamphlet.
While I have your attention. And I hand her a double-sided pamphlet.
All right, and I'd like everyone to give me an insight roll.
All right. Oh, ooh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Mary, Alan. I'll just go ahead
I
and.
took all of my effort in trying to persuade the queen and am not paying attention to anything else.
Alan might pick up on it. We'll see what August rolls when he gets back.
It's funny because insight is my strongest skill. I'm assuming we took a long rest on the way over.
Oh yeah, you've been able to long rest it. I'm
Oh,
just gonna pause while he's gone. Hold on 1 second. All right, yeah, go ahead and give me that insight roll. We're back.
Oh, I did do it. I did it through D&D Beyond.
Oh, it didn't show up here. It should have showed up here.
Yeah, I got a 15.
15. Okay, so Alan, you're the one who recognized that when she reached up her hand to wipe to wipe something away from her eye as Mary was telling her story, and she pulled her hand away in time. You notice that her eye there should be like some kind of wet. You see some leftover wetness there, but there's nothing. It's dry.
Bone, bone dry.
And she says, "Yes, we will do whatever we need to help these people." And she points to like one of the robed elves nearby, near her throne. "You assist them in whatever they need to help these people out." And he says, "Yes, my queen."
Hmm. Okay.
Wow, I can't believe she actually cried over that.
I am pretty persuasive.
I agree. I think you should talk for the whole party for now until the end of time.
Respectfully disagree, leader.
And my servant here will help you in any way you need. Let's get these people to safety.
All right, ready then.
Queen, you are as wise as you are merciful. While I've got you here, I'm just curious, since we're buddies now. I heard a rumor that you are hosting somebody who did an assassination attempt on another monarch. Is that true?
That's just crazy.
She says, "Well, as you can see, I have a tendency to feel for those in need of shelter. Um, yes, that is true."
Again, your mercy, my queen, staggering.
Any other
So
questions?
what's the plan for her?
She will stay here as long as she wishes and will leave when she desires. She is of noble blood, by the way, so I do afford her that freedom.
Of course, of course.
Well,
Hmm.
it
And
sounds
what
like
Interesting.
about your peer, the regent of Nyladale, the queen of Nyladale? Are you friends with her or?
uh, I I'm cautiously watchful of events. Let's put it that way. Um, I know of her ambitions, and I'm seeing how things go, like a good queen does.
Such a wise, wondrous monarch.
Kind of jealous. If only if I was as wise as you, Miss Gallendale.
From what I understand in the accomplishments of you and your friends, wisdom is not a shortcoming.
Mm, it comes around to benefit us sometimes.
You flatter us, my queen. We can only aspire to the dizzying heights of your glory.
And while you are here assisting the people of Fazil, you have a roof, you have food. All of that will be provided to you.
Thank you, Miss Callendale.
Thank you, my queen.
Yes.
I think we need to not push our luck any further on this one, and gracefully bow out and figure out what our next move is.
Retreat, retreat.
Okay, well, yeah, the that elf comes with you, and he says, "How is it you wish to proceed? I'm instructed to help you in any way you needed."
I pointedly look at August.
Could you actually just head out to the poor neighborhoods and allow everybody to evacuate? We will split up and tell some other people.
Yes, we can arrange that immediately. We will send word to the towns that they may start moving in. They may start moving into the wooded areas under protection. How will we deal with shelter? I mean, the humans are not accustomed to living among the trees like we are. We should consider that as well.
All right. You should just go start setting up some camps or something.
I recommend getting carriages to transport people more efficiently and gathering firewood to make sure they don't freeze to death.
How far is it from here to there again?
It's maybe a day or so.
Make it a walk for a day.
Oh shit! All right.
It won't kill him.
And
Oh,
there is
all right.
there is a river too, so it kind of
Yeah,
goes.
we'll just tell him to follow the river and get him some guards to escort them back.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, he goes off and he starts finding people to kind of start making these things happen. Is there anything you're going to particularly supervise? Any particular agenda you're going to explore while this is happening? Because it's going to be
I
a
want to.
process.
I want to watch
As
how their
the-
military moves. Like, what's their military like? Are they getting ready for something? Are they just hanging out, relaxing, on standby for anything?
When that
How's
guy
their military
leaves,
reacting?
I want to tell everybody that the queen was fake crying, by the way.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not
she doesn't
good.
really give a shit about people, so.
I knew I should have cast Detect Thoughts.
Um, August. No, they don't seem to be on an active alert. There's some. There's some archers who are training, but there's no sense of impending doom, impending attack.
Yeah, like stockpiling, getting ready for anything.
Mm-mm.
Just like casual, nothing. All right, cool. I want to know if they knew anything that we don't.
Maybe they do, and that's why they're not worried.
You have a very good point.
Can we, while we're helping out with the army, can we try and find some higher ranked people and just kind of gossip with them and be like, man, it's crazy what's been going on lately. Are you guys worried at all about them attacking Gallendale? It seems pretty crazy that they're attacking so close. I think I would be worried.
Okay, so anyone who would like to, who's going to be looking for information, you can choose either, let's say, let me get a sheet up here. Let's say you can go with deception, you can go with inside investigation, you can go with perception,
Ooh, all right.
yeah, any of those types of skills. Let's see what we could. Ooh, damn.
Let me do a little reading.
I'm going to add guidance on top of that, so it's a 23 total.
So persuasion. I can use persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all right.
As you're
So
meandering about, talking to people and socializing.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll so many dice. That's an overstatement. Persuasion. I'm gonna roll a D8 with that or I'm gonna roll a D8 and use my commanding presence and see what that gets me.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna roll with advantage as well with my lucky dice. Wow, I got a 1 on the D8.
Well, still not bad.
Worthless dice, worthless.
Still, we got a 19, a 15, and a 14. Yeah, I mean, y'all are
That was a
likable.
23. That was because
Oh,
I
oh,
added the
oh, oh,
guidance.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
23.
damn. Oh, no, sorry. I stand corrected. 23. Yeah, 19, 23, and a 14. So all of y'all are,
Mary got the 23.
right. Okay, so the general consensus is between commoners, nobles, soldiers, and such. They're not too worried. They've heard of the attack. Word has spread, down to them by now of the destruction of Midton. And honestly, a lot of that is, the fact that y'all are here. So yeah, we got the heroes of Faerun here. If I doubt the Queen of Nyladale would send her pet if, knowing these people were here, and she probably knows that they're here. But as far as the Queen of Gallandale, their thoughts of her are that she's keeping, the kingdom out of war. That's what we want. We don't want to be involved in a war, and it seems like the whole kingdom is on a wait and see approach. Let's see what the Queen of Nilodale does, and then we'll react. Um, and that's about it.
Mm. I have a plan brewing in my head, gentlemen.
Oh, a plan. Those always go great.
Oh yeah, totally not ending with fire. Not this time. So I think I have a pretty convincing argument to make her hop off a fence and put her ass in gear against the Queen of Nyladale. Not against, but not working passively. Making making getting ready, I guess you can say. So I can frame. No, I couldn't frame that. How do we do that? Because I'd imagine the Queen of Niledale, her end goal is to capture land, beginning with Midton. She destroyed Midton. She's probably going to destroy Fazil next, and Gallatin's going to stay because it's a very important asset as a port city or port town. And she wants to marry the king, and I can only imagine that that king is going to die under totally non-suspicious circumstances, and she's going to absorb all of his land. And that puts Nyladale's borders right up against Gallandale's and has them cornered against the ocean. I don't feel like that'd be a very good position to be in. I think Queen of Gallandale would not want that to happen. Opinions?
I kind of feel if we come right out and say that, she's just going to blow us off because we have an agenda.
That's true. And there's no really good way yet to verify all that information.
But there's no reason why we couldn't start a whisper campaign about it.
It's a good idea.
So while we're out there talking with all of the nobles and the commoners and all of that various stuff, we're going to start a little
Disinformation campaign.
dropping some misinformation to start sowing a little concern for our little friends. So, like for the nobles, we'll start talking about land rights and the annexation and how the queen just seems to be taking whatever she wants and doesn't seem to be respecting the ancient rights of nobles. For the commoners, how she's just destroying all of these towns full of common folk and uprooting people, and who knows if we're going to be next. And for the military,
I'll talk to the
longing
military
for,
officials
yeah,
and bounce some ideas off their head about
the
how
possibility of an extended war with a nearby campaign. Because I don't think soldiers really want a war. They want to get paid, right?
yeah, they want to sit around, sharpen their sword, and get paid. Unless they're absolutely insane.
But we are going to be very subtle about this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I preface all of my speech with hypothetically, like, just kind of wanted to bounce some ideas off your head.
Okay. And the
Possible tactics to counter such a position.
And we'll say that the rules you've already made are giving you an edge on that. We're not going to make you re-roll. And if you're working on subtlety, then this is probably, not all in one day. Talking to maybe a couple people here, letting it stew, talking more people, letting it stew, and at the meantime, working on getting the camps and the refugee camps set up for the townsfolk. Um,
I'd like
Now,
to help in constructing those.
okay, let me check something here.
I put a pamphlet in every tent, like the Bible in a hotel room.
Okay, yeah, spreading the pamphlets around too. Okay. Now, the day passes, you're working towards your goals, you're getting those things set up, you're starting your whisper campaign. As night falls, you catch word that the queen is planning a feast, and and yeah, obviously would like y'all to attend.
Are we gonna get poisoned?
It could be an opportunity.
Could be an opportunity.
Oh, Alan, I bought some poison. If I happen to see the other queen that tried to kill the other sister who tried to kill the guy, I might poison myself, and try and frame the other lady just to get her kicked out.
It
Just
just
because why
sounds so
not?
funny. I might poison myself.
I mean, we have plausible deniability. What's the worst that happens? You get searched and they find a bottle that says poison on it with pink bolt tags.
A little skull and crossbones, a sticker.
It's just kind of an
Yeah.
opportunity that I'm looking out for if I happen to see a good time.
Well, if we fast forward to the dinner in the main hall. Now this one is outside under the stars, and lots of luminescent bugs flying about. Providing a nice scenery. Some musicians playing around and in the background, and sitting near the queen is a young elf woman who has similar features to King Siren. Um, and your seats are kind of on the other side, down the tables some, and servants are coming out bringing food and such.
I'm
And
gonna look at her, the nice elf lady who looks like King Siren, and I'm gonna look at her until she looks at me, and then I'm gonna look away.
like kind of shy, like, oh no.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want to do, and I'm doing that all on purpose. I want to make my presence known and my gaze fucking understood.
Okay. And the rest of you, how do you conduct yourselves?
I will be aloof. Maybe I'll be reading a book. Yeah, I'll be reading a book.
Oh, you and your books. How do you wait? Wait.
Ask
Well,
me,
I have
how do I read?
questions.
Do you
How
want
do
to know how to
you?
read?
No, 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 not how do you read. I'm sure a lot of people know how to read.
You'd be
I'd
surprised.
assume I would be surprised, but how do you have like digits to manipulate the pages with?
Yes.
All right, I'm satisfied.
Are they at the end of your wings?
Uh,
Oh no, you have actual fucking arms. I need
yeah,
to look up.
I have
I need to look up an
real,
image.
I have real hands, yo.
Okay. I'm gonna look up an Owlin right now. But first I'm
Yep,
gonna
me
cast
too.
Detect Thoughts, just doing surface thoughts, and just kind of wander around and see if I catch anything interesting.
Oh my god, these guys look badass. You got legit fingers. Check that out.
Focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you.
Over here acting uneducated. I'm so sorry, Alan.
What's that?
I'm over here acting so uneducated. I'm so sorry, Alan.
It's all right, August. You're pretty. You're pretty, not smart.
You're a little dumb, but you got some looks. You're a little
Okay.
handsome.
Shift your
You
attention to
Thomas a
another.
rock, though.
So, as you're shifting your detect thoughts around, you make it to the elf, the sister, and she's definitely thinking about y'all. Like, why are y'all here? Why did the queen let y'all in? And she's actually, I didn't. And she doesn't want to be here. And she's recalling the conversation with the queen. Hey, they know you're here. Hiding is pointless now. It's if you might as well make a showing and see what happens.
I'm
And
gonna laugh if she gets poisoned.
and she's like, wondering why August keeps looking at her. It's like,
It only happened once. I looked at her. She looked at me. Our gazes matched. Then I looked away.
yeah, yeah, you're awesome. 8 charisma. She's like, oh my god, why does he keep looking at me?
Fucking freak. What's he gonna do? Set me on fire?
When you make it to the queen, her surface thoughts are she looks like she's excited, right? She's eager to see what's going to happen. There's a lot of things at play right now. She's wondering how you are going to react to this sister now that she's here. She's wondering how the sister's going to react to you. She seems very entertained at the moment.
That's good at least.
As throughout the rest of the hall, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Noble here scheming against that noble, who's scheming against that noble, and traditional court stuff.
Later in the evening, when we get to that point, I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna keep looking in her general direction.
And she says, "How goes?" The queen says, "How goes the preparations for our poor friends, our poor human friends?"
Progress is being made.
We have a plan. We have things in motion.
Things are in motion. So far, our current plan is to move them into the forest, put up temporary housing in the form of tents, make sure they have enough fuel to fuel fires so they don't freeze to death, and figure it out from there.
Well, my hope is that all this work and preparation is for nothing. But if the town is destroyed, I would imagine that you know there's quite at least a few hundred people who would owe their lives to you and your foresight.
Not to us, my queen. They would owe their lives to you and your generosity.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
People pleaser, Mario. How do you do it?
But Mary, as you passed by her, she had obviously thought of that.
Yeah, of course you did. I'm gonna try and subtly pick a fight with the sister. Um, in a way that looks like she's the bad guy.
The fuck?
Like, when you're needling your younger sister, younger brother to the point where they blow up and
Yep.
then they're the ones that get in trouble because they started the shit.
Go to her. Go to her.
Ain't it?
Candidly ask, how's your food taste?
That's that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Any particular approach you're taking with that?
I'm taking the tactic of I know what you did. Everybody knows what you did. Everybody thinks you're a failure because you didn't, you started this whole thing and you completely sucked at it.
Uh, and like these are vocal statements at the table, right? Nothing telepathic.
Oh yeah, no, this is totally yeah. I'm
So you,
trying to, but it's all like backhanded compliments and like nothing is direct. Nothing is, oh, you were starting shit. It's all Oh man, you'd look so cute if you lost 5 pounds, sort of shit.
Oh my god, you're such a brave person to trying to poison your brother. It's a shame it did.
Exactly.
I wish I had your bravery.
All right, I'm just gonna
Look,
let me make
you're
a
5 pounds lighter. It's so fucked.
let's see. Okay. As you pass
Fucking
as you
passive
pass
aggressive.
through her surface thoughts, yeah, she's getting angry. She's picking up on what you're saying, not oblivious to the underhanded stabs, and you're definitely getting anger from her. And how far are you pushing? Like you want her to blow up?
I want a plausible reason for her to try and poison me later.
Oh, you're trying to frame this shit so when you poison yourself, you can be like, ah, they got in such an argument with me.
Yes, that's the
Have your
100%
alibi.
intention.
Okay.
That's good.
Now, when you pass through the queen's surface thoughts, she's watching this exchange with like much like she's watching her favorite TV show. She when you make a comment, like she'll smile and but inside she's laughing, and then she just watches the sister just kind of sits there and is not really replying. She's just more getting more withdrawn and sullen and just kind of drinking and eating. The more you probe in, the more you poke into her. And eventually, at a well, let me make another quarrel here. Let's see something. Okay, so eventually, and what is too soon to be socially appropriate, she stands up and she says, "If it pleases Your Majesty, I don't feel well. I will be retiring for the evening." And the queen I imagine you shift to the queen, who's now like in her mind rolling on the floor laughing, but like outwards she's like, "Oh, of course, please do whatever it is you need to take care of yourself. I hope you have a good evening."
I'd love to have a private conversation with her,
And then
the sister.
the queen looks at you, Mary, and while everyone's having their own thing, she just kind of mouths the words, "Well done" to you, like as she knows like what you're doing.
I wink at the queen.
And then she leaves, and people eat, and then a little bit later, it becomes more socially appropriate time to excuse themselves and retire, and people eventually start doing that.
I telepathically talk to Owlin and August. It's like, have we accomplished what we need to with discrediting the sister, or should we continue with Plan Poison Self?
I mean, you stir the pot. I like to have a private conversation with her and pick her brain. But that's
We
just
can do
my
that.
personal interests.
Do we want to go hunt her down in her room and see? We can do that.
You can do that. I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be included. I feel like it'd be intimidating if like all four of us rolled up knocking at her door and be like, "Hello, we'd like to have a conversation.
We know what you did. Can we talk?
Can we talk?" Yeah, it's like an intervention. We all corner her and be like, you've got problems. You need to get off the poison."
Well, I'm assuming the wall is not 2 feet thick, so I can hang out outside once you go in, and then I can detect thoughts through the wall.
Whoa, that'd be good. Help keep the conversation more natural, so I don't have to feel like having to question every word that comes out of her mouth and think about if she's lying or not. Sure. So if you guys, I don't know what Castile and Alwyn's gonna do, but if you'd wait outside, that'd be nice. And do your detect thoughts,
Yep,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Castiel's going to keep eating.
as Castile should do,
But what
making
about
his
Alan?
noble friends.
But what about Alan? What's he going to do?
So what's Alan gonna do?
You guys were talking to the queen, right?
Dinner's winding down. Yep, and they're making plots to go try to track down the sister.
I will follow August and read my book.
All right. So yeah, the queen eventually bids her. Also retires. The servants come in, start cleaning up, and you start to find a good time to make your way down the wing of the palace where the sister is holed up. But first, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come to that. I'm gonna pause it here real quick.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back on. So as you're making your way, as August and Alan's making your way down this hall, it's not hard to find the entrance to the chambers. But yeah, there's a pair of elf guards on both sides of the door, and they seem to their armor has heraldry from Ilnasdale, not from down here, and they kind of
Oh,
they put their hand out and say, "We're sorry, Lady Shava is unwell and does not wish visitors for the night. Perhaps you could seek audience with her tomorrow."
may I hear that from her directly?
No, she instructed us to inform anyone who approached. She doesn't want visitors.
Shit. Fuck. I'm gonna take the gang and walk around the corner and reconvene with them. Like, all right, what now?
What now?
Does that room have like an outside view?
Yeah, there's a window somewhere. Yeah,
Can I fly up to the window?
yeah.
All right. Can I look inside?
Yeah. You look inside. You go outside. You have to go outside the complex.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, and you find the spot where her room would be, and you fly up and look in her window, and you see some candles glowing, providing light. You see her walking about, like she passes by the window. She passes out of view. She might be doing something, and then like you see her pass back by the window again. It's hard to tell what she's doing, but you do see her in there.
Okay. Can I? Well, Merrymaker can fly, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
I can fly. I guess I'm flying around with you, trying to see what's going on.
I go back down and I pick August up, if that's okay with August,
You may.
and I take him up to the window.
All right, so all three of you are hovering outside this window. Not
Is there like a
not
is there a
creepy
window?
at
Is there
all.
like is there a balcony or a window seal I can like kind of stand on?
No balcony or sill, but you can tell it's an openable window. From the inside, it could be opened.
Do you want to knock on the window?
Yeah, can you try to get me close and I can knock on it or something?
Sure. I get him close.
Mary, go get out of sight.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You knock on the window, and then a moment later, you see her come into view, looking at the window and looking a little shocked, and a little shocked and a little angry. She walks up to the window and opens. Just says, "What?"
Yeah, this is kind of weird, but would you be open to having a conversation?
No. And
Private
She
conversation.
closes the window real fast, and then pulls the drapes.
I could have said that a little better. Should I knock again?
Yes. Why not?
I knock again.
Part of me wants to cast Enhance Ability on August. Most of me doesn't and just wants to see this play out.
What, please?
All right. You see the shades pulled off, and she opens the window. Do I need to call the guards? This is harassment.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I just want to talk about the whole situation. I want to solve my own curiosities and just talk with you. That's it. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. I mean no harm. I'm no judge, jury, nor executioner. I simply want to talk. I'm a nobody with reputation. I'm a nobody with reputation that wants to satisfy his own curiosity.
So her window's unlocked, right?
It's open currently.
Okay.
Do not throw me in. Do not throw me in. I swear to God, if guards come through that door, I'm jumping. I'm jumping out the fucking window. God save me if I fucking land on the fucking floor and you can't catch me. Oh God, do not.
I might have Featherfall. I might.
No, I'm not gonna throw you in. Just
All right,
Rolling in.
August, give me a persuasion roll, but it's not a good situation, so you're at disadvantage. But we'll
Let's
see.
take that to normal, please.
We'll see
All
what
right.
happens.
Well, I'll cast enhance ability on you.
What does that do?
Advantage on charisma checks.
Whoa.
So it goes to
All
normal.
right.
I will help you to give you double advantage.
Does that work? Can I take
No,
that? Can I just?
It doesn't work.
I was saying.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it just goes to
So
normal.
persuasion. Then I'm gonna roll a d8 with my commanding presence, which is
And-
probably not the best thing to use.
Well, you can use your lucky feat after you see the result of the roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe. All right, normal roll. Here we go.
See, now you want to use your lucky feat.
This is why we shouldn't let you talk to people.
Well, hold on. He's lucky. He can roll it again.
Let me cook, Mary. Let me cook. Fucking, what did I get on the d8?
The D8 was a
8. You got max points on the D8.
yeah.
Amazing. All right, so I'm gonna reroll that d20 now.
Roll better than a 4.
God, I hope. Watch me not.
Well, you like to roll 1, so let's watch you roll a 1 so I can throw you into this window.
Plan
I'm gonna
B.
immediately turn around and jump back at you.
I'll throw you back in the window.
I'll drag your ass to fucking rock bottom. Oh,
Dude, nice.
Much better.
17
Much
plus
better.
8, that's a 25.
please.
She's like, fine, just you. The flying owl stays out there.
Here, that will take my weapons. I hand you my sword and my 3 knives.
I dropped those.
They'll survive, I hope.
Yeah.
That's a really good sword. Don't fucking.
Sorry, I don't care about weapons. I'm a monk.
Okay, I leave them resting against the windowsill then.
And she shuts the window, closes the drapes. She's like, what? Make it quick.
All right, so I've come to understand that you've poisoned your brother. That's the story, this assumption, and I want to hear your side of the story because I have my perception of the situation, but I'd like your point of view.
Why? What do you care?
It's just a question. Just want to pick your brain. That's it.
Why?
There's no major motive. I'm just a crazy man following a whim.
Hey, look, I don't know what
That's it.
I don't know what this weird game is, but yeah, I saw you looking at me at dinner, and I'm not really in the mood to talk about my family business right now. Well, all we have is a good cop in there right now.
Maybe.
Look,
Mary, you want to get in there and be bad cop? I can
No,
thaumaturgy
God,
that.
no.
I can thaumaturgy that window, slam it open, and Mary flies
oh,
in.
she was the bad cop earlier.
All right.
And whatever's
Look.
going on with my family isn't any business of yours. Like I know who you and your friends are and the stories that follow you and all, and that's great and all, but you know this isn't any of your concern.
Oh, all right. I mean, it is our concern though, because if you like it or not, we've been dragged into the situation of the surrounding kingdom's business and your brother's kingdom. And at one point, we've been tasked with investigating the nobles around. He said nothing about you. I'm not here to gather information for him. I'm just following my whims. I thought it'd be good and a nice thing to do to pick your brain. And I hear me here now. But if you don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to pry. And I'm sorry for my friend's underhanded comments about you.
I'm gonna let you keep that really high roll. I'm gonna make a quick roll here on something. I'm not.
Oh, I don't care if you're
sorry.
sorry or not. I'm just saying that trying to butter her up.
Yeah, I'm peeking through the window, so
No regrets.
None at all. Are you sure? All right. So let's see. Okay, hold on one second here. Well, she sits down, and on the chair next to her, you notice that there's a bottle of wine, and it's about half gone. And there's an empty glass next to it. She sits down and she's like, I don't even want to be involved in this mess. None of this was my idea, and now I'm the one who's exiled.
You mind if I sit down as well?
Why the hell not?
Okay.
Here, she pushes the wine in the glass to you.
I pour myself a cup. Fuck it. So, I'd like to come back to what you said. It was none of this was your idea. Can you build onto that possibly?
She looks at you and she says, "What guarantees do I have that this is not going to come back on me? Like, if I'm telling you stuff and the wrong people find out, how this is going to be bad on me."
And your concerns are justified, and sadly, I can't give you any 100% guarantees. Now, there's no way I can prove it to you. I can say in confidence that you have my word, and we're in a private room. There's guards outside, and I don't know if the owl's still there or not, but you have my word that everything you said to me will be said in confidence, and I can be sure that I won't repeat it to anyone else. And if I do, it'll be very clinical in how I do it, and your identity. There's going to be no way to link you to your actions or anything I would say.
When you finish saying that, you go to take a drink, and she like takes the cup from you and like downs it real quickly, and then pours herself another one and downs that one, and then hands you back the cup. And she says,
I put the glass down. Now that I embraced her lips, I'm like, no, thank you.
and you see in her eyes, she's making a decision. She's calculating. She's deciding what she wants to do, and she says, you know, I'm the one who's being exiled, but this was all my aunt's doing. And when she says aunt, you start thinking back to the woman who was guarding the king, the young king, the old king's sister, the one who did die, and she says she came to me telling us that my father was going to surrender the kingdom to Nilodale, to Queen Valanthe Nilo, and and she begged him not to. She begged, we would rather fight than submit to a foreign ruler. All the elves of the kingdom agreed, and he didn't want to hear it. He was willing to accept fealty to the queen, and so she came to me and said, I think the only way we can save our kingdom is to remove the king. And then I was supposed to be the one who took his place, but then my brother got involved, and now I had and it went all to hell.
I do an insight check on that.
You can.
Hell yeah. Then I'll follow up with what I have to say. I just did a roll in. I got a 22. I did another roll in fucking D&D Beyond.
That's right. I don't know why it's coming. Maybe you don't have the extension to let it roll through.
Oh yeah, I don't. I'm on my laptop.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So yeah, she seems truthful. Like she's a little tipsy, and she's letting more spill out than maybe she should. But yeah.
All right. Well, that helps clear the air because I was under the perception that you killed him out of spite, malice, or self-interest, and it wasn't some for the greater of everyone thing. No one knows that you had to do it for your kingdom, and that's respectable. You had to pull the trigger. It was a very hard thing to do, and now you have to face the consequences of it. Sadly,
that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. That helps me come to my conclusions. I'm happy I know the truth. Now, to visit the topic of Queen Niladale, was there any specific reason he would surrender his kingdom to her?
Um, our best guess that he was under some kind of spell.
Interesting. That's only an assumption, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any evidence or circumstances that would have led you to that assumption?
Nothing solid that we found. It was, it was the best hunch we had for the unexplained behavior.
Okay. Well, then I'll share this with you then, since you're being so open. It's nothing crazy, but just outside of Gallendale, on our way here, coming from the north, me and my compatriots, my good friends, came across a group of night hags, and they were plotting to go up north and mess with the kingdom. You're now your brother's kingdom, and mess with the officials, and maybe they were doing it out of their own self-interest and self-benefit, or they were doing it because they were tasked by Queen Aladale. And it's just an assumption, but we put that out there.
Let's see. So we're gonna say that 22 insight rolls, and you see in her eyes like a light bulb go off. But then she says, "Oh," but then she tries to like look away. Oh, night hags? What's that?
Wait, I don't understand a light bulb going off.
I'm reading. I still have. I'm working on a detect thoughts with her. Is there anything going on in her head that I can feed to August that might help him direct the conversation?
Well, when he starts mentioning night hags and going in, doing stuff to the king, like she's thinking, I wonder if that's what Gallendale meant. About mysterious aids, mysterious agents who are going to help us, reclaim Illnessdale.
Hmm.
I feed that to August telepathically, but I'm like, I don't know that I would mention this, but
So your question was, what
Yeah,
are night hags?
yeah. What's a night hag?
So there's all kinds of descriptions from my understanding of hags, but these ones, I guess, frequent nighttime, but they use a very specific and unknown magic to influence people. And I'm sure I'm going to feel some of that magic here soon. I fucked around and I'm going to find out, for lack of better words. They're going to hurt me mentally or physically because I interfered with their business. But they have the capability
Well, that
to
sucks.
mentally. Yeah, it sucks. It's whatever. I'll get over it. But don't. That's not the point. But the point is that they have the capability to mess with people's psyche, drive people to insanity, maybe.
I see. Oh,
Like for instance, before I had one in my hands, and she whispered in my ear, "I'll see you in your dreams," and vanished. Am I going to see her in her dreams, or was that her just saying some snarky shit before leaving? Who knows?
I wouldn't know either. And
Exactly.
and Mary, from your detect her surface thoughts, that she's not really familiar with what a night hag is, but she is wondering how, like, but as August is telling her what it can do, she's like, oh, okay, so maybe that's what, messing with King Siren's night dreams or something. And from what you can gather, like she doesn't know the specifics of that plan, just that Queen Gallendale has mentioned mysterious agents that would help them reclaim that throne.
Hmm.
And August, you see her like starting to bob around a little, like her head starts to lull as the wine is starting to take effect, and she says, "Are we done?"
We're done. I hope you have a good night.
All right, and she's kind of stands and like walks away.
Walks away, or she's in her own room.
Well, I mean, it's a big chamber. It's a chamber suite. She's got,
Oh, she's got the royalty.
yeah.
Space of a royal. All right. Well, I make my way back to the window. Or should I go out the front door with the guards?
Just jump out the window and hope, man.
Out the window and
I
hope.
hold out my hand to you.
I grab your hand and grab my weapons too.
All right.
And with that, I'll be right back. I need to help my sister real quick.
That's cool. I'll go ahead and pause it.
Thank you. I should only be like 2 minutes.
No worries. All right, we're back. We're back on. All right, so you're outside now with the rest of the group. You got your weapons that Alan dropped. What y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna relay some of the information to the party. I'm gonna explain that she killed her father, or she did the poisoning for the betterment of the kingdom because they were going to submit to Queen Nyladale. It wasn't out of her personal gain. It kind of was because she was supposed to be appointed queen, but there was an ulterior motive to it as well. I mentioned night hags and why, or I asked why the king would surrender to Queen Nyladale, and she mentioned that maybe he was being magically controlled to some certain degree, and I mentioned night hags, and she lit up a little. So I'm assuming that maybe night hags did it, maybe not. Who knows? But something's more at play than just like sister lady killed father.
I kind of got the vibe that she ain't done with her trying for revolution,
Who knows?
and that she's actively working with the Queen of Gallandale to try and get back on that throne.
It's possible that once the kingdom up north becomes part of Gallandale, if that's what they're wanting, that she'll be appointed as the queen of that kingdom under the control of Gallandale.
I feel like it might be useful for us to go back and find those night hags, because it sounds like they're going to attack the other area and cause some disruption, and that would kind of suck for us.
Yeah, it'd come around and just bite us in the ass later and keep us busy, but do our priorities here, or does the night hags overrule the priorities here?
So our priority here was to get information out of the queen, which we've gotten. She is kind of trying to play everybody in the middle. She's probably trying to get the sister back on the throne in Ilnadale just to stir shit. But she did take in the refugees, which was our main priority. So I think now we have a little bit of free time to get back with these night hags.
Oh, the scary worm shows up again. Also, I do agree. I think the night hags should be dealt with because I don't need my dreams being fucked up.
Yeah, that affects us directly. So I think we need to move that up the priority list.
All right. It sounds good.
So we gonna go hag hunting?
The only thing that I see could be a problem is that if we sacrifice time, hunting hags, maybe we lose an opportunity to attack the subterranean town eater. Because we have a pretty good guess where it's going to attack. I mean, we evacuated the whole town. It's going to be really embarrassing if it goes for the other one.
I mean, you're not. Yeah.
Oops.
Gentlemen, all of my actions up until this point were based off an assumption.
We got a 50-50 chance. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, whatever. It's just like a really high stakes coin flip.
All right, so what do we do for the rest of the night, or what is the hag hunting entail?
We go hunt them hags, them night hags.
Yeah, let's go hunt them night hags.
So you just
You down there?
walk out into the woods and look for night hags?
Yeah, I mean, Good point. How do we find these night hags?
Do we?
Like, I don't know if there's any kind of magic, but we can just kind of like sit around and I can go to sleep until they fuck with my dreams, and maybe we can like trace their link to me back to them. I don't know how magic works.
Let's see what happens when you go to sleep.
Oh shit, I'm gonna go. I'm not tired yet though.
Well, it's getting
I
it's
hit
getting
him
late.
over the head. I just
What's
smacked
that
him in the
for?
face with the
Here,
pillow.
drink this.
Drink this.
Sadly, I think we're not going to be able to go through with Operation Poison Self. I just don't see a need for it. It kind of makes me a little bummed.
Aw.
Yet. Don't discredit your great idea. Find a way to fit it in the future.
You'll tuck that one in the back pocket.
Well, you do have chambers set up in the palace on the other side.
That sounds good. I guess. What time is it actually?
It's getting late. It's probably, I guess, like 9-ish. Getting close to midnight. A couple hours away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go to my private room and turn in for the night and maintain some of my gear. And let me check my inventory real quick.
You're sleeping with a buddy tonight, August.
Well,
Not like that.
Sorry.
I didn't know who. All right. I didn't know if you were like, all right, Howland, go watch his back,
Well, I don't know that, like,
or you're with
maybe
me, or Castiel's with me.
if the night hag, I don't know, if they attack your dreams and maybe you start sleepwalking off a cliff, I feel like somebody should be there to babysit.
You guys should probably take all my weapons. Yeah, you guys should lock up my weapons and armor.
No, I think you need to keep them.
Yeah,
So,
maybe. Yeah, fuck it.
so you're gonna stay up and watch August while he sleeps?
Yeah.
And Alan, what are you doing when it comes time to turn in?
I don't have a plan. I'll just
Go to
do
bed.
whatever.
Just go to
Yeah.
bed, or you hang out with them.
Nah, Mary could wake me up.
Okay.
No. Prancer
No.
is gonna stay up and watch him, and I'm gonna go to bed. Prancer can wake me up
You-
if something happens.
You trust Prancer to? All right.
Prancer is highly trustworthy.
Just-
Unless there's a bar nearby, but there's no
Prancer
bar
is a
nearby.
high functioning alcoholic. I don't want to hear it.
He puts the fun in functioning.
That's a good one. I like that. Um, okay, so then let's have Mary and August. Give me wisdom saves.
Ooh. You're gonna have fucked up dreams too. Oh shit. Alright. Do I have, because I have the cloak of protection and it gives me +1 to saves.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's actually applied through the VVT, like if it's just a part of the math.
If not, we'll add it.
Okay. Ooh, he's damn. Saving throw.
If it's equipped, it should. So we'll see.
Ooh, let me try unequipping it from my inventory and see if it affects my attribute. It does not. So I get a +1 because I have 12 wisdom. Then the cloak protection is going to give me an extra
Yeah.
+1. In theory. You know, about that lucky point.
So that ain't gonna do you a whole lot of good.
I'm gonna do you a favor. You don't need to spend the lucky point. This isn't to avoid anything. I'm just seeing what happens first.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Thanks. Save that lucky point for something crucial.
Okay. So August, you wake up to a loud boom. When you wake up, you're looking around. You're still in your room. You look around and you hear the boom again. It's coming from the door. And as you look around, you're alone. and all your armor is on you. Your swords are in your hand, and Mary is huddled in a corner, like whimpering. The boom happens again, but this time the door crashes open. You see a battering ram. You see a horde of goblins start pouring into the door. Um,
Do I
they
know this is a dream?
uh, nope.
Nope.
They quickly like just climb over you, knock your weapons fall out of your hand. They start ripping your armor off piece by piece.
Can I reach for one of my fire bombs?
You reach in, you don't find them, they're not there.
Fuck.
And then like
My bombs.
all the goblins are holding you down, and the goblin that's like right in your face, his tongue comes out, and and like it licks your face in a very similar way the night hag licked your face. And
Deja vu.
yeah, it's yeah, they're tearing you to pieces. They're like ripping you up, eating you. Just it's horrible. Mary, you wake up towards Prancer like nudging you. It's nudging you, and when you look over, you see August like in his bed, flailing and screaming and not and having a fit.
I cast Mage Hand and slap him.
Okay, does it seem to have an effect?
I slap him harder just for fun, and then
I don't
I
think I'd
cast.
feel it, honestly, when I'm already getting ripped apart by fucking
Yeah,
the
no,
three
that
goblins from
the second one was
the
for
Jujan
me.
campaign.
The second slap was for me.
Oh my god,
Uh,
this is the goblin situation all over again.
I cast protection from evil and good on him. I don't know if that would do any good.
You cast protection from evil and good on him. Let me check something here.
Ooh. I'm getting a phone call.
Go ahead, I'm looking up something.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Mary, you cast your spell on August, protection from evil and good, and once the spell goes off, you hear like a you don't see anything, but you hear like an angry hiss, and then nothing, and then August slowly starts to calm down, and then when he gets back, he'll be awake, and really awake.
I slap him one more time.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and pause until he gets back.
I'm ready.
All right, so we're back, and yeah. So as soon as you cast that protection from evil spell, you sense that reaction, and August, the goblins all over you, they seem to be seared away by like a holy light, and when you wake up, you see Mary standing over you, having just cast a spell.
All right, I'm sweating bullets and gasping for air.
You you definitely wake up to getting a mage hand to the face.
Mm-hmm. I'm checking my body for like my limbs, cuts and scratches, and whilst doing that, I catch the fucking hand. And I say that it's been a very long time since I've had one of those or been through something like that. Holy moly! Thank you for ripping me out of that.
It was truly my pleasure. Do I know? Hmm. Did he get any rest?
Yes, because you interrupted the thing before it could prevent a arrest.
All right. Um, is there any way to is there any way to figure out like where it's coming from? Do I know, do they have to be close to do this thing or
Give me, let's see. Give me a religion roll, but you can have advantage since you just magically interacted with it.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah, and that's where I was. That's the target I was looking for to let you know that it seemed like it was coming from the ethereal plane. So it seemed like it was taken in an ethereal form and manipulating and trying to manipulate the dreams from the ethereal plane. And even
Alan?
your protection from evil spell, like permeates that plane and chased it away. So we're saying,
Alan, do you know anything about the ethereal plane?
No. Trying to learn more about the astral plane.
you can
I
make
was
an
reading
arcane.
some
You
books
can
and
make an
I
arcane
learned how
roll.
to manipulate a little bit of the astral plane.
You said we can make an arcane roll?
Yeah, for the ethereal plane. For
I
what you
did
might.
stuff.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, Alan, yeah, Alan, you would know about the ethereal plane, what it is. And,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a little bit of the ethereal plane. It's a plane that overlaps with this world.
Do you know how to get there? I think the night hags are hanging out on the ethereal plane.
Well, we'd probably have to go see somebody who could cast spells like etherealness. Or ghosts, if you know any ghosts that we could talk to about reaching the ethereal plane.
Yeah, there are spells that can take you there. Certain creatures have the natural ability to go there.
Is there anybody potentially in this town who would have spells that could get us there?
Uh, Port Wizard, potentially?
Yeah, probably.
That'd have to be a decent level.
All right, so once we finish resting up fully and it's morning again, I say we go find a wizard and see if we can bounce on over to the ethereal plane and take a look-see around.
Sure. We can try that. I don't know how much money it'll cost, but sure
Ooh,
it's not going to be a free ride.
it's a seventh level spell. It's yeah. If you find
Yeah,
someone,
I already knew that.
it's gonna cost a lot.
Maybe we could offer to trade a favor.
Uh, I mean, you're going to need to be at least, what, 16th level to cast a 7th level? No, doesn't sound right.
What was I looking for? Okay, let me look at something here.
Did we murder the night hag's son? We killed him, right?
13th. You have to be at least a 13th level to cast a 7th level spell.
Oh, well, that's not too
The,
bad.
the Cyclops?
Yeah,
Yeah, you killed the Cyclops.
but would have to have it prepared and all this other shit, so.
Services.
All right. So, can we go around town and see if we can find anybody who can get us to the ethereal plane?
I'm looking here. Oh, spellcasting services. Okay. Hiring someone to cast a relatively common spell, first and second level, 10 to 50 gold pieces, plus, cost of the components. Higher level spells, large city, okay, once found spell because I might ask for a service instead of a payment. Hmm. And what level did you say you had to be for that, Owlin?
13th level wizard.
A 13th level wizard. Let's see. Let me make a roll here on something. Uh, I just have you selected. That's why it's your name there. Yeah, there's no one here in the vicinity who can cast that high of a level spell.
All right, so going to the night hags is out. Luring them to us is probably harder. Alan, got any ideas on how we go hag hunting?
Well, what
If
you
we have to get to the ethereal plane, no. Good luck.
and
Maybe we find a different path to what we need to do.
I'm back.
now what you know about them is, yeah, they can go ethereal, but you remember from your fight with them that they can plane shift out of the battle. Like, it's like just an action for them to plane shift somewhere else, and that could be, literally in any plane. Now, likely they're plane shifting to somewhere in the area when they have to escape, but they still have that ability. Just to, look, battle's gone wrong, we're out. So you'd have to be able to trap them too in order to
You're back again.
effectively defeat them. It's all right.
Maybe we should put off the hags for later when we have a little more in the way of resources, because I don't think I have any way to trap somebody on this plane.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well,
even
I guess,
if I grab them, they could just plane shift or etherealness out. So
now since you were able to interrupt them before they can prevent the rest, you and August can get a long rest if you need it, as of Alan. And what's the agenda for the next day when the sun rises?
Well, it was going to be see if we could track those hags back, but I think that that's just not
I'm
something
back.
we can really deal with. So we know that, okay, Fazell is good. Gallendale, we're pretty much checked in. Um, our next objective is what?
I don't know. The whole point of this mission was to help the king of Illnessdale, right?
Yeah, and we know that people are going to be headed back to Illnessdale to cause trouble. So do we want to head back to Illnessdale and
Why don't
Well-
we stop those people from causing trouble? Maybe we should go drop kick some people.
And we also wanted to get Lorandia to get in a political alliance with Illnessdale, and he didn't want to until after the people of Fizell were safe. He wanted us to prove that we could protect them. So we proved that we could protect the people. So we go back to Lorandia, get him to solidify an alliance, then go back to Illnessdale and figure out who's going to be causing trouble in that area and stop it.
I'm pretty fast. My movement speed is 50, so I could get back probably like twice as fast as you guys.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And I can fly, so I don't have to stick to conventional roads.
Now, are y'all are y'all discussing this over breakfast, or where are y'all as you're discussing this? Excuse me.
Yeah, we're discussing this over breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, was I able to rest?
Yeah, you were
Yes,
able
you
to
were.
rest. Yeah, Maria interrupted the thing before it could do any damage.
Thank you, Mary.
Happy to help.
Well, as you're eating breakfast and going over your next phases, the doors to the hall burst open, and you see an elf run in.
I get goblin flashbacks.
Yeah, like, oh my
The
god,
door
oh my
bursts
god!
open. Oh shit! Here they come.
And then you see an elf run in, and all of you would recognize this particular elf. It was one of the elves who was working out on the with the town, getting the refugees set up, and he's run in and says, and he just shouts, "The Remraz just destroyed Vasil, but we got everyone we got everyone. We don't think we have any casualties, but the town itself has been destroyed."
People next to me hear a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I cheer.
Yay, the town's destroyed.
No, no.
I'm joking. No, I don't say that. I don't say that. Yeah. I'm just relieved that I assumed it was the right town.
Now Queen Gallandale does come out after after like to see what's going on, and she catches the news, and she looks at y'all kind of grimly, and she's like, "You all have done very well here for those people, and I am not pleased that this attack has come so close to my kingdom."
Queen, you are not the only one who is displeased with the situation. The Lord of Lorandia and the King of Ilmosdale are both forming an alliance to take arms against Nyladale and show this queen exactly what she needs to behave.
I like to paraphrase what Mary said. Uh, Queen Aladale's walking a big road, and she just stepped on Nazil or Fizil. What the fuck? I just woke up. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, I agree.
And Galandiel is going to be another stepping stone on the road, the path she's walking on. If you were to remain solitary,
Yeah, and it seems like the days of playing the middle and hedging bets are coming to an end, and it might become time to make a stand.
who knows? This may not be permanent. It could be temporary, just until the threat's gone.
Yeah. Now, what I do know about Queen Nilo is she has some formidable defenses. For example, one of her knights rides a dragon, a white dragon, and
Fuck.
yeah, and plus other things like that. So we need to even the odds. So she has this monster she controls. She has a knight who rides a dragon, and who else? Who knows what else she has?
I've got
Protecting her.
Owlin.
You got
He can
Alan.
carry
Yeah,
me. He can carry me in
that's
the air.
we might need some help though. Now, what are your plans? Like, what are you going to do?
We haven't strategized
We're
an
open to
attack against them
suggestions.
yet. Yeah, we're open to suggestions.
One suggestion I might have is to recruit an ally for this cause, someone who has equal cause to hate Queen Nilo as anyone really.
Such as?
His name is Bargog, and he is a frost giant. You've seen my tendency to take in those who have nowhere else to go, and he was one such poor creature who the queen and her forces were able to rout his people, and he has taken refuge in my kingdom. He kind of lives out on the eastern edge, where I'm pinging, like way over here.
My map is black.
Your map is black.
Yeah, I mean it's like nighttime. I can only see a circle around me. Now let me refresh before you start fiddling around real
Yeah,
quick.
when I
It
click
could
on
be
you.
just a me thing.
Yeah, I think it's a you thing. But go ahead.
It is a me thing, I
Okay.
think. Yes, me thing.
Now, moving against the queen with a frost giant on our side might, tip the scales, make them more even. With the huge, giant monsters that she has apparently under her control.
We also have a friend with a bear.
Oh, good, good. I'm sure a bear would. Yeah, it's going to be good. So if you want
Frost
to
Giant's the
that
bear.
if you wanted a suggestion, that's one suggestion. But obviously y'all can do what y'all want to do.
Do you have any insights as to how we might recruit this fellow? Why does he have a grudge against Nyladale?
Because Queen Nilo attacked and drove out, killed his family and drove him out of his territory as she was setting up her territory and her kingdom over there. Um, he is hot for vengeance, but I have convinced him to lay low until the time is right, and this might be that time.
Do you have something that you can give us that he would know that we came as allies of yours?
I do. It is a passphrase. And she said, let me find it. The sun seems so far away from here. And that's his cue to know that you were sent by me, and now the time for his vengeance is upon us.
Excellent. Gentlemen, I think we have a destination.
Sorry, I was talking to my sister.
Oh, it's all right. And if it'll help, I can arrange like a quick transport across this little gulf here to get you there sooner.
Marvelous. We'll take it.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're able to gear
Unless
up.
Howland would prefer to fly.
Well, she helps you, gear up. She arranges a ship, from her little port here, and there's probably a little village over here that they can bring you to. And she says, I'm gonna go ahead and send an emissary out to Larandia, and we're gonna see what we could do about combining, consolidating our forces. Now, Ilnisdale is going to be a different matter. That king's not going to be so willing to work with me, given that I'm harboring some family situations they got going on. His sister. I mean, I'm harboring his sister. But I'll still try. I'll send an ambassador to his kingdom.
Is the ambassador going to be his sister? Because I wouldn't recommend it.
She laughs. No, no, no. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. No. All right. So we got a plan.
What's your opinions about her?
About who?
The sister in question that everybody can't stop talking about sometimes.
She's capable.
It's good, I suppose.
Yeah. I won't say nothing really special, but capable.
All right, let's go.
All right. Well, that's what we'll call it for here. And next session we'll do this trip over to visit and recruit a frost giant.
Frost Giant, my beloved.
I always wanted a frost giant.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun to have around.
Frost Giant in our corner. Mary,
Alright.
you said earlier you call me leader. Excuse me.
Yeah, somebody's got to lead the charge.
Knows the fucking spearhead here.
I'm more of a power behind the throne, the evil Grand Vizier. Sort of.
Power behind the throne.
The guy behind the guy.
Guy behind the guy.
Exactly.
I'm the socially awkward, somewhat functioning face of the party. While Mary pulls my puppet strings and operates me.
Go here, do that.
This is what you want to say, okay? Be nice, be nice, be nice. Don't set them on fire. Don't set them on fire.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording here.